Imagine this. You're rushing out the door, maybe running a bit late, and just as you pull it shut, you hear that click, that awful sound.
Oh, yeah.
You check your pockets. Nothing. No keys. Or, maybe worse, you're trying to unlock your door and snap.
Yeah.
The key breaks right off in the lock.
Ugh, that sinking feeling.
Exactly, that sudden surge of panic. It's pretty universal, isn't it? That moment home security feels terrifyingly immediate.
Absolutely.
So today we're doing a deep dive into something really vital for, well, for every homeowner's peace of mind.
Yeah.
Figuring out the world of local locksmiths.
Mm-hmm.
And we're getting specific, focusing on the busy Battersea area in London.
Mm-hmm.
We've basically pulled together a load of articles, research notes, all sorts of things.
Yeah.
To give you a real shortcut to being properly informed about choosing a trusted locksmith, whether, you're facing a midnight lockout or maybe planning a security upgrade.
And it's fascinating, isn't it, how we often just take our locks completely for granted right up until that moment they fail.
Right. Until you need them.
Exactly. So this deep dive, it isn't just about, who to call in a panic. It's really about giving you the knowledge of what to look for in a professional.
Okay.
Arming you with insights, basically, so you can be sure you're getting help that's quick, yes, but also reliable and genuinely trustworthy. We'll try and synthesize all this info to help you solve immediate problems in Battersea, sure, but also make better long-term security decisions.
All right, let's get straight into it then. What kind of lock problems are people in Battersea actually dealing with day to day? Our sources paint a pretty clear picture. Lots of different needs.
Mm-hmm.
And it really highlights why finding someone local and dependable is so important. Think about, a key getting totally stuck in a lock near Battersea Park.
Yeah, frustrating.
Or needing to replace a front door lock sharpish on Queenstown Road after moving house.
Very common.
We even saw examples of people locked out of their flats right near Clapham Junction. Busy area.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not always major drama, is it? Sometimes it's just, that quiet frustration of an internal door lock mechanism breaking down. Needs a careful repair.
Or those tricky UPVC doors.
Exactly. Those multi-point locking things, maybe after a windy day, they just won't latch properly.
Right. Complex mechanisms.
And then there's the classic, that heart-stopping moment you realize you've lost your house keys. Maybe somewhere near the Battersea power station,
Yeah, happened to a friend of mine, actually. These common scenarios really bring home a key point. What does trusted actually mean for a locksmith?
Good question.
It's definitely more than just a buzzword. It's a promise, really. Beyond just being fast, it's about reliability. Are they actually going to turn up when they say?
Crucial.
Transparency. Are they clear about the costs up front? No nasty surprises. And just the range of services,
Nowhere.
Can they handle a fiddly little mechanism and a big security upgrade? So for anyone living or working near Battersea Park Road, or really anywhere in that area, understanding these different needs helps you appreciate what a truly confident professional service looks like, rather than just, a quick fix.
Okay, so given all those different needs, what did our deep dive reveal about the qualities that really mark out a reliable locksmith? Clearly more than just being nearby.
Definitely. Much more.
Our sources kept highlighting a few key things. You want someone offering quick and friendly service, obviously.
Sure, that helps.
But maybe more importantly, they have to be trusted and reliable.
Mm-hmm.
You often see that through, local reviews or just a solid track record.
Mm-hmm.
Fast arrival times for emergencies, that's pretty much non-negotiable, right?
Absolutely critical in a lockout.
You also need someone knowledgeable, professional, someone who can actually diagnose the problem correctly.
Yes.
And something that came up again and again in our sources, maybe overlooked sometimes, is the emphasis on upfront, honest, clear pricing. Absolutely no hidden fees.
Huge. That transparency builds trust immediately.
Totally. And a really good locksmith offers a wide range of services too, from those emergency calls to routine repairs, even proactive security advice.
Right, not just break-ins.
Experience counts too,
Yeah.
often backed up by guarantees on their work.
Yeah.
That gives you real peace of mind.
Definitely.
And finally, they should be skilled, courteous, easy to get hold of, and just fair with their quotes. It's the whole package, really. Goes way beyond just knowing how to pick a lock.
And if you connect that to the bigger picture, like home security guides and expert advice, many of those implicitly, or sometimes explicitly, say check for these exact things.
Right.
It's all about making sure you're not just getting a temporary patch-up, but a secure, lasting solution. And really importantly, knowing these benchmarks helps you, the listener, avoid potential problems.
Like getting ripped off.
Exactly. Avoiding issues with less reputable outfits who might lack transparency or skill, or maybe charge unfairly. For example, Good locksmiths often work to British standards, like BS 3621 for door locks.
No.
A customer might not ask for it specifically, but it's a sign of quality. It helps you filter the options and feel confident, making sure the immediate problem is solved securely and your long-term safety is actually looked after.
Okay, that really sets the scene on what to look for. So now let's apply that. Let's look at the specific services in Battersea that locals seem to really rate. Our research flagged 3 locksmiths, each with slightly different strengths, which is quite interesting depending on what you need.
Yeah, it's a great way to see these criteria actually playing out in the real world. And what's really useful, I think, is seeing how they cater to slightly different priorities.
Like what?
Well, it gives you genuine options. Maybe your top concern is just cost, or maybe it's super fast response time, or maybe you need someone with a particular specialism in your specific bit of Battersea.
Got it. Okay, first up, locksmith for London. Our sources, particularly local reviews, often call them the cheapest locksmith near you in the Battersea area. So apart from the price, what makes them stand out?
Well, they definitely make affordability a key thing, yeah. Prices reportedly starting from just $29.
Wow.
But what really seems to cement their emergency reputation is this incredible claim of arriving within just 20 minutes for urgent calls.
20 minutes in Battersea.
I know. That combination of speed and low cost makes them a really strong contender when you're locked out and, time is critical.
That speed is amazing, no doubt. But reliability. When it's your home security, that's got to be paramount. What did the sources say about Locksmith for London's consistency, their trustworthiness?
Yeah, good point. Our findings show they back their work with a solid 1-year guarantee. That's reassuring. And their team apparently has over 15 years of collective experience.
Okay.
And crucially, for that transparency piece we talked about, they explicitly state honest, clear pricing and no hidden fees. That commitment is a massive trust builder in this field.
Definitely. And what about the range of jobs? What do they typically handle for people around there? Urgent stuff, planned stuff.
Seems like a really broad spectrum. Everything from fixing those sometimes fiddly UPVC door mechanisms,
Right.
installing brand new locks, obviously doing the late night door unlocks when you're stuck. But they also help with scheduled jobs like lock upgrades, give general security advice, and they're specifically mentioned for helping folks who've lost keys near Battersea Power Station.
Oh, it is very local.
Yeah, shows they know the area and its common problems.
Okay. Now, talking about speed and location, another name that popped up was Trust 247 Locksmith Vauxhall. Their big advantage, according to our sources, seems to be being right near Battersea Park train station.
Exactly. That location is key for them. They get a lot of praise for reacting quickly to jobs, both emergencies and routine ones, especially in the SW11 postcode.
Right.
Reports suggest they often get there in under an hour, which is really valuable if you live or work right near the station and need someone fast.
And what are their sort of core services? What do locals mention most?
People often comment on their helpful attitude, and they cover a good range. The usual door unlocks, lock replacements, definitely, but also more specific things like help with broken car keys.
Oh, interesting. Didn't think of that.
Yeah, happens more than you'd think. Also, things like door handle repair and a flat near Albert Bridge or replacing the front door lock barrel.
The barrel.
Yeah, that's the cylinder bit where the key goes in, gets worn, or needs changing when you move. It's a common job, so their experience seems to cover homes and vehicles quite well.
And the reputation, generally,
Abba.
among people who've used them.
Consistently described as knowledgeable, very professional, and always upfront about costs. That mix of expertise and clarity makes them seem like a really solid, reliable choice, especially for people right around Battersea Park Station needing prompt professional help.
Okay, good to know. And finally, let's look at LockGo. Locksmith Clapham. They were often flagged as the nearest locksmith to Battersea Park Road.
Yeah, they've built a strong name for themselves across SW11 and into Clapham too, known for fast call-outs and just dependable service. Okay. Clients point to things like quick unlocks, efficient repairs, and fair prices for both emergencies and planned work. They seem to be that reliable local presence.
And what kind of specific problems do they seem particularly good at handling with that skill and courtesy people mention?
Well, they handle a really wide range of lock issues, apparently with a good mix of technical skill and just being pleasant to deal with.
That helps.
Definitely. So things like dealing with snap keys, fixing UPVC front doors that aren't locking right, standard door unlocks just to get you back inside. But they also offer advice on important stuff, like changing locks when you move into a new house.
Right, essential.
And for people looking to upgrade, they help locals with smart lock installation too. Shows they're keeping up with modern security trends.
Yeah, that's interesting. It sounds like their reputation goes beyond just fixing the immediate problem, maybe more of a long-term security partner.
Absolutely. It seems their standing is built on being easy to contact, giving fair quotes, but also, crucially, being helpful after the job's done. That suggests a more holistic, long-term view on security, which is really valuable if you're looking for someone you can trust for ongoing protection, not just a one-off fix.
Right. So we've looked quite closely at specific locksmiths there in Battersea. But this deep dive, it offers more than just names to call, doesn't it? The source material also hints at broader advice, stuff about maintaining and upgrading security proactively.
Yeah, and this is a really important distinction, I think, moving from just reacting to a crisis to actually being prepared.
How so?
Well, for instance, one really practical thing is understanding when you might be able to fix a minor lock issue yourself versus when you absolutely need a pro.
Okay.
Our sources mention things like 7 door lock problems and how to fix them without a locksmith, or 5 situations when you should call a locksmith versus DIY.
Right. What's an example?
Well, maybe a lock feels a bit stiff. A quick spray of graphite lubricant might be all it needs. That's a simple DIY. But if your key keeps jamming badly or the door clearly isn't aligning with the frame anymore, that often points to a deeper issue, a mechanical fault, maybe even a structural one. Trying to force it or DIY it could actually make it worse or compromise your security.
Oh, okay. So that definitely needs a locksmith.
Exactly. It's knowing when a quick fix saves you money versus when trying to DIY could cost you more in the long run or even put your security at risk.
So it's about making smart choices, not just panicking.
Precisely. And it goes beyond just repairs. The sources also get into proactive security upgrades.
Okay.
Things like 7 types of secure locks you should upgrade your doors to. They talk about features like anti-snap cylinders designed to resist a common break-in technique.
Right, I've heard of those.
Or mentioning British Standard 3621 locks, again, often required by insurance companies. It's not just any lock, but the type of protection it offers.
That makes sense.
And they also touched on smart lock installation, which is becoming really popular, for convenience like keyless entry or remote access.
Yeah, very modern.
But they also bring new things to think about, like digital security, battery life, compatibility. A good locksmith should be able to walk you through all that. Understanding these details helps you avoid pitting for unnecessary repairs later, but also genuinely boosts your long-term peace of mind. It helps you shift from just reacting to problems to being properly proactive about your home's safety.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what does this all really mean for you, our listener? We've dug into specific local locksmith options right there in Battersea. We've learned about their services, their specialties, what makes them trusted choices. From the sheer speed and affordability maybe of Locksmith for London
Right.
to the strategic location of Trust 24/7 Locksmith Vauxhall near the station.
Yep.
And that comprehensive sort of long-term service approach from Locksmith Clapham.
Yeah, different strengths for different needs.
Exactly. So you should now have a much clearer picture of what to actually look for. It's not just about speed or price, is it? It's experience, guarantees, that crucial transparency on costs, and having a full range of services available.
Definitely.
So whether you're faced with, lost keys near Battersea Power Station, or maybe repairing a broken lock mechanism on Queenstown Road, or even thinking ahead and upgrading to smart locks along Battersea Park Road, you're now armed with some really valuable practical insights.
And if we just connect this back to the bigger picture for a moment, this deep dive really underlines how being prepared, being genuinely informed about your local services, it's such a valuable asset.
Yeah.
It stops being just about finding a quick fix when you're panicked. It becomes about ensuring the security, the functionality of your home, maybe even your vehicle, with real confidence, knowing you've made a smart, well-thought-out choice.
Right. Makes total sense.
So maybe a final thought for you to consider. In a world where, let's face it, our daily lives really depend heavily on the security and integrity of our homes or physical spaces, how often do we actually stop and evaluate the strength of our locks before something goes wrong?
Probably not often enough.
Exactly. So what proactive, informed steps could you maybe take today, right now, to genuinely enhance your own peace of mind when it comes to something as fundamental as your locks?